like question and answers. Have any idea? Yeah, yeah, right. So that is that. See, it's very simple. Have you gone through a sutta called Patala Sutta? No, don't worry. Any body pains or anything that arises in the body, and that is called dukkha vedana, and that is pure kaika. Let's say somebody is suffering from anything, a fever. If somebody were to ask, is that chetasika, what will he do? Or like in the case of Anjana, vomit. If I go and say, hey, what are you talking? It's not bodily. I think you are vomiting through your eyes or ears or nose or tongue or like that. Does that really make sense? Tell me that. It's physical. Urine is physical. Uh, the the feces is physical, right? You have a stomach ache or constipation. Is that mental or physical? You can distinguish, right? It is a kaika vedana. So what's the point in making it is mental? Tell me that. Yes.
Yeah, I guess I have a fairly straight question. Is that there's this 18 feelings, right? Three at each sense doors. Which of these 18 are kaika or chetasika or none?
There's no kaika there at all.
None. Okay.
What is kaika? And I think you're getting confused with the tongue sense door as body sense door also has. So now you're saying body sense door is only touch. Are you thinking the body is something else? I don't understand. See, if I touch a person, let's say now I touch a female, okay? Example, pleasure comes out of touching the female, or the female touches me, the pleasure or a pain comes on that touch. So we call it as a good touch and a bad touch. We explain to the children that somebody is touching you, it's a bad touch. Somebody touching like this is a good touch. So why it's chetasika? It's nothing to do with kaika. I don't know whether you understood. See, let's take a case of sexual harassment. Okay, somebody touches like here, or he just pats, or you did a good job. Is that sexual harassment? I would say need not be. And somebody would say it is a sexual harassment. Why? Can you answer that? Yes, go ahead. For you, the whole session is for you, seemingly like.
Yeah, because sometimes the mind feel offense. Sometimes
not sometimes, not sometimes, all the time. When I touch a female or a female touches me, that's not physical, that's mental, because I would like to enjoy the touch. You understand the point? Yes, go ahead.
And because you're emphasizing on the sex on this touch.
Nothing sex. I don't know. You are going somewhere else. I don't know how to. I'll try again, and otherwise we'll have to do it separately. Okay. Otherwise, this is going to go too far. When I touch someone, there's an intention of touching. It's nothing to do with physical. What is physical got to do with it? I don't understand, Harry. That female having a body ache has got nothing to do with I touching or I not touching. She is feeling it bodily, and hence it is called as a body sensation or a body feeling. She or he, somebody is having headache. You tell me, headache, can you see it anywhere? No, but you know it is a headache, or do you think, oh, wait a second, let me think. Is it mentally I'm having headache or physically I'm having headache? You tell me that. It's physical. So you go to a doctor and the doctor will give you some medicines which will relieve you from headache. It can be due to sinus, or it can be due to hunger, it can be due to constipation, it can be due to whatever reason you have a headache. So you take a medicine and the headache will go away. What's the big deal about the six senses? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't have to ask about the six senses from now on. You can continue with the other topics.
Did you understand?
I of course understand the physical pains. I could understand, like headache.
That's what Buddha is also saying. Kayika Vedana. Why are you bringing in Chetasika there and confusing yourself and also others in the whole process? Because Chetasika means mental. There are 6 state of minds, right? First, I don't think so. You have that clarity itself. Yes, go ahead.
I think I'm bringing, just to explain why I'm asking, is because when you're saying there are 2 feelings and 3 and 5, and the 3 and 5, we're trying to explain which part is bodily and which part
is... Yes, it is called so manasa. That's the reason he uses the word manasa, my mind. It is not dukkha and sukha.
And I guess when it goes to this 18, are we moving out of the kayika realm now?
It is nothing to do. Yeah, there's no kayika. Why will he again bring in kayika and make it 24 then?
Okay. I see. I thought somehow these categorizations still can capture.
No, please study. It says what? So manasa, do manasa, upekha. In each senses, and hence becomes 18. Where is the kayika? So when we say sukha vedana, when we say dukkha vedana, it is kayika. It's not chetasika. And he's saying there, when, let's say, I would like to touch someone, the touching is a physical activity, but the feeling is a mental activity. It is not physical. Clear? And now you're confused.
There are 2 feelings. The bodily feeling is bodily, and
my God, I think we need to cut it off. This is too much, Ari.
Okay, yeah.
Touch is mental. Touch is mental. Physical means you don't have any pain in the body, or you have pain in the body, and that's it. Clear? Now, Ari, you are sitting. If you have a particular pain in the body, you know you have pain in the body, it got nothing to do with mind. You can go to the doctor and show him or her, this is the exact place of my pain. And if you don't have, you will have pleasure of the body because there is no pain. There are only 2 states. There are no 3 states. There's nothing called as equanimity, or there's nothing called as, what you can say, neutrality in body. There's nothing like that. Yes, Shreyas.
I think I understood Aryu's confusion now. I think the differentiation was trying to be done between the 3 mental preoccupations that come on the kaya and the actual physical pain. Right? Was that your question?
No, that's what I'm telling. I'm telling him the same thing, is that it is mental preoccupation, not physical preoccupation.
Yeah.
Believe me, one thing. If you are having a physical preoccupation, you will run.
Okay. Yeah.
If you are having urgency to urinate, either you do it in the place where you're sitting or you will run to the washroom. There's nothing preoccupation. You can't be preoccupied. Hey, wait a second. I think I want to urinate. No, I don't want to urinate. No, I want to urinate. I don't want to urinate. That cannot happen. The pain will be so bad that you will run. You can hold that urine for some time, but you can't endlessly hold it. And
Yeah.
same with the toilet. Somebody would like to hold the toilet, then he starts to fart. And that other person will say, why don't you go to the washroom? Right? Same with menstrual cycles. You can't do anything. You have to attend to it. And those kind of attention is pain. Skaika. Because it shows up. Now you tell me, is it mental? Mentally, are you urinating? Tell me that. If yes, then you are the first human being to do so. Whereas a touch, like some girl is going to come to this place and she's sitting next to me and then I just touch her. The reason is, why do I touch her? Is that physical? Yes, I touched her physical, but is that a physical touch? Meaning, is she in pain or in sorrow or in happiness or whatever for me to touch her? No. It was mentally preoccupied looking at her. The desire rose in me to touch her. And hence it's called as touch. So when I touch that female, the two things can happen. She might like the touch, is one. She might dislike the touch, is another one. If she likes the touch, and she shows in a different way on the face. If she dislikes the touch, she will show it in a different way. But the face, what is changing, is not physical, it is mental. And hence it is called mental preoccupation. Right? Otherwise, there is no POSH to be there in any organization. Prevention of sexual harassment and all that, right? That's not required. Yes.
Yeah, I guess hopefully one last question. You said there's
You
no...
can have 100 questions, it's okay, but not on the same subject.
Okay. So you were saying there's no neutral physical, right? But in this sutta, this Tatya Vibhanga sutta you shared, where there's 3 feeling turned into 5.
Then it should have become 6, not 5.
Yeah, but I guess I'm trying to understand this. He said, what is the faculty of upekka? And he said, kaika va chetasikam va. Whether it's physical or mental, you can be neither.
If you call it like that, he says yes. But actually there are 5, otherwise it becomes 6. If bodily is having 3 and mentally it's having 3, how can it become 5 unless Buddha didn't know how to add 2 plus 3?
Maybe he called both upekka. But here he says kaika.
You are the new Buddha to me, Ari, I'm telling you.
No, I'm just asking your way of interpreting this line. It's like...
No, Ari, just think, just use some common sense. Can you have or can you identify a physical neutral feeling without the mind noticing the neutral feeling? I just now gave the examples. When you want to go to the washroom, there is a physical neutral feeling? No. There is a physical painful feeling.
What about wearing the cloth? Is it also physical neutral or no?
Initially, it seems neutral, but you will forget all about it, right? And hence, Buddha still puts it as adukka asukha vedana because it is rooted in ignorance. Whereas upekha is not rooted in ignorance. But he says both of them, whether you call it as upekha or this one, they both are what? Three becomes five. They both are what? The three feelings, it becomes five. It should have become six by that argument, right?
No, I'm not arguing, but this explains.
So you can argue, but what I'm saying is,
Upekha as kayaka, it's written there. It says kayaka and cetasika.
forget what is written, my dear friend. Can you experience? See, first and foremost, whatever you read, try to put it and experience and see whether can you experience that.
But let's say I'm feeling my clothes. Like,
are you really feeling your? Now you're feeling the cloth because the
because
moment the mind comes there, are you when the mind comes there, you can feel the cloth. Can you feel the cloth without mind being there? Think. This is something where you should really watch. When you're hungry, the hunger is a physical feeling. When you have eaten, there is a physical satiation. And in the brain, a chemical called leptin gets released, so you feel full. So you feel satiated. And that is a pleasurable feeling, it's not a painful. But the mind can have its own feeling through the tongue and say, what a food, what a taste, what this, what is that. But the body feeling is different. Yes.
I guess even the bodily feeling can sometimes, if you're distracted, it can get quote unquote ignored.
Without the mind, you cannot be distracted, and hence it is called Chetasika. If body were to be an intelligent machine, by now Buddha would have said, there's only one Vedana which is affecting both body and mind. Maybe in the next time when he comes as another Buddha, maybe he might write a correction saying that in my previous incarnation I had put it at two Vedana. Now in this I realized my mistake and now it's only one single Vedana. That's what we can do. Nothing it can be done. Either you can accept it, there are two, or you can say there's only one and then leave it. It's simple. Because see, this intellectual insight is not going to help anyone. Because I can keep on coming up saying that this in this situation, in this situation, in this situation, it seems logically correct. But do you really experience that way? That's the question. You should know how you experience and then see it. Whatever we call experience is nothing but Vedana, feeling. Whatever you would experience something, stomach ache, headache, body aches, this ache, that ache, is an experience. Is it happening in the mind? Some people think it's happening in the mind. No, it's quite evident happening in the body. Isn't it or not? Yes.
So, as clarification, so if I'm feeling this cloth on my body, that's because my mind is going there and it's having a touch. So this is a neutral Chetasika Vedana. This is of the cloth.
The touch is not felt, and hence it is neutral, adukha sukha vedana, which is part of chitta. Because at this point in time, it's not able to feel anything which is put on this body. It will only feel when something bites on the body, right? Or some heat or some cold or something happening on the body. It can feel happiness. Let's say it's very sweaty environment and then the air coming and hitting to the face. The body is feeling what? It's feeling touched, but the mind can feel like that, right? But is the body feeling like that? Like that? No. See, you should get this depth. Go into the depth and see. Otherwise, you have to rely on what I'm saying. We are not going to move an inch, I'm telling you. We're just going to be here. For this whole today, I think we'll be here.
We can
Which
even
I
go
don't
back.
mind, unless all others drop off and then I and you can enjoy our ride. Yes, Abhi.
No, I was just saying if we stay on the loop, we might even go back a little bit.
No, I'm going back now. Not go back. I started receding back because I don't think so we have understood in a proper way on the feeling. That's what I get to. I don't know about others. At least Aryu is brave enough to fight with me or discuss with me, but others are just sitting and like on a fence, and then they're looking like they are having a ping pong ball.
I agree, and I appreciate both of you doing that, because that way, at least for some of us, it sheds light that we are just not honest. Ariu is just being honest, and he's just not going to buy it until he hasn't really.
It's good. So I'm also irritating him so that he comes up with something. Yes, yes.
Yeah, I think. Thank you, Ariu, for doing that, because it's helping us as well. I think we should actually first try to understand what are all the physical feelings and what are all the mental feelings, because I feel like that's only already combined in our heads, and it's difficult for us to differentiate between what is physical, purely physical, and what is mental. I think we should probably start with that exercise.
Let me give you one example, straight example. I will slap, or somebody slaps me. Is that physical? Is it mental? Or is it both?
That's physical.
That's only physical. What to do with the slap is mental.
Yeah.
Okay. Another example. I'm terminated from job today. Is that physical or mental?
Mental.
That would be both.
No. It's mental.
But you will not be allowed physically to enter that place again, right?
Shreyas, you're taking to heights now. It's like
Okay.
this. The just like if my manager would tell me that you are promoted, are you going somewhere?
No, that's mental. Yeah. Okay.
Same thing if my manager says that you are terminated, will I go somewhere?
No. Okay.
But in the mind, I traveled up when got promoted.
Right.
When I got terminated, I'm going down.
Okay.
When I got promoted, I feel elated, I feel joy, but physically nothing is happening.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Not even an inch of my body has moved towards that promotion. Let's say now from being, I'm a consultant here and the company decides to take me as an employee. I didn't wanted it. I just pretend, no, I don't think so and all that. And they promote. They say, no, you should be in the organization. And I say, oh, if you insist, all these are drama, right?
Yeah.
So now I take that, and the smile on my face will tell my manager this idiot is enjoying.
Correct. Yeah.
After 4 days, they terminate me. So now you tell me, did I go somewhere with that body to be promoted?
No.
Or did I walk down somewhere to get demoted? Or rather terminated?
No. No.
It's mental, it's pure Chetasika. So
Correct.
hence
Yeah.
Buddha says there are 18 mental preoccupation, 6 with Somanasa,
Right.
6 with Domanasa, 6 with Upekka, which makes sense because when, let's say, Lata would promote me, my eyes are opened up, so she can see. Oh, this guy is enjoying, and then he hears that news makes it right.
Correct. Yeah.
That's mental. Even the tongue will have a different taste because of that enjoyment.
Yeah.
The body has a different experience. Okay, all the six senses get excited. That's so monotonous.
Yeah.
In the same way, and I come to the office and she says, Vilas, we took a decision to terminate you. I say, ask her why. No, you can't ask why. There's a complete decision. So we'll take your laptop and you have to leave. I every day go by the train. Not that today I will be going by bullock cart for a change. No, I'll be going back by the train. But I'm going with a heavy heart.
Right.
And that day I was, because of my promotion, I was going by very light-hearted, and I go to my family and say, you know what, this happened, that happened. I give some sermons also to all my friends. You should be working like this and like that. And 4 days down the line, I'm terminated. Now, what should I say? How did I get terminated? And they both are the same. It's absolutely the same. But there is do manasa here and there is so manasa here. And the upekha is that I'm every day coming to the office and there's no change, the same problems. And I meet one colleague, he cries and he says, oh, this product, that is not working, this is not working. So we fix the issues and we're doing the same thing again and again and over again. So it becomes a normal standard for me to just keep on doing whatever I'm supposed to be doing. And that is upekha.
Got it. Okay.
There is nothing physical about it.
Yeah.
This whole episode.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Now what happens? I take it so seriously that the train is coming that side. I feel dejected. I feel depressed. I feel ashamed. I feel tormented. I feel depressed. I feel all the negativity will come at once. And I put my body in front of the train and the train goes over me. And they say that this person committed suicide because his company terminated. Is that physical or is it mental? Tell me. What?
That will still be mental?
Not still be, it is mental only.
Yeah, it is mental. Okay, yeah.
Has anybody committed suicide because of physical? Come on.
No, okay.
Give me a break. I think you are testing my patience on a Wednesday morning. It's physical.
You invited us, so
I know I invited, but this is going too far. I mean, it's so simple. So anything affects your body physically, irrespective of mental, is physical Vedana. Anything that affects your body through mind, even though it affects the body, is Chetasika. Like the example of putting a hand on a girl or doing something or taking an iPhone and enjoying my picture, etc., is all the selfies and all that is mental. Even though it's involved in the physical act of taking the picture.
Good. Okay.
The person is enjoying that picture in the mind. Right? If you look at Instagram images of so many people taking selfies, it's the same. And some people have died because they're taking the selfie and they don't even know the traffic is there and they just stand and because they're enjoying their own face or whatever body part, which is mental. It's got nothing to do with physical. Yes, many people are waiting. So let me move from Chirag to, Shreyesh to Chirag. Yeah, Chirag, go ahead. Sorry for the long wait.
No worries. So I think one thing I was thinking, and I think I understand where you're coming from, about physical and mental. But I think on a different level, wouldn't you say what is physical is mental, and what is mental is physical? For example,
I just now said.
no, no, no. If I can explain, right? So let's say
Yeah.
we get stressed out because of we got fired at our job, right? The cortisol in our body rises, and because of that we feel, let's say, a heightened stress response. So I'm saying that whatever stress we feel, or whatever anything anxiety we feel, it also has a physical manifestation. Does it, or
No, Chirag. I think you should then study a little bit of biology. There are two nervous systems, sympathetic, parasympathetic nervous system, which are going to be there, right? So fight and flight response will come due to a trigger, and it's a mental trigger than a physical trigger. You fear. The fear is there in amygdala, nothing to do with body per se. So what happens is it triggers cortisol in amygdala because it's a flight response to the fear. So you shriek and run. So if somebody is saying, or my manager is saying that you're terminated, it's as good as cutting your blood supply or oxygen supply or whatever it is. So that means some predator has come. And that's the status what I am feeling in the mind. When I say mind, it means the brain chemicals will start to produce. So it produces cortisol, which increases the heart rate. And because it increases the heart rate, it goes on the sympathetic nervous system to fight that intruder which has come. So then what happens is your blood will start to run faster. So when it starts to run faster, it has to do something to hold it. So what it will do? It will make the muscles tight, and you start running or doing something, even though you're not running a single inch, because that flight and fright response will give you sweat. So you might be externally sweating or internally sweating or shivering or whatever it happens, because that is a response to that sympathetic nervous system.
right?
So the cortisol will cut off the four chemicals which are there. One is dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, and endorphin. So you feel the pain in the body, even though it is generated by the mind. It's a good question,
So,
but these many things have happened.
but wouldn't you say? I mean, I think there are two levels here, right? First thing is, what is the cause? So in this case, the cause is mental. But I think the pain we feel, I think it's tightly coupled, right? Whatever mental pain, it's actually,
No,
I mean,
no, the
it's
moment,
because of chemicals in our brain. Or
no, the moment, Chirag, hold on a second. The moment my manager gives a clarification, today is April 1st, I fooled you, then the pain disappears.
right?
So that way was the pain.
No, no, no. But the thing is, I agree. Let's say the cause of the pain is, whatever mental idea or expectation we have. But I think what I was saying was, mental pain is also associated with
We
something
have
physical happening in the body.
in our group we have Dr. Madhukar Wag. Maybe he's a doctor with so many degrees, and he might explain to you in a better way than what I'm explaining, is what I think. Yes, Wag, go ahead.
No, sir, actually I cannot explain. I'm just stepping into the understanding okay, how the life is and mind and body.
No, physically what happens between the sympathetic and the parasympathetic? That anyway you have studied.
Yes, sir, actually, see, the human body or the human nervous system is like either fight or you should leave it. So always the body responds with various endocrine systems and various reactions. So whenever there is a physical pain, of course we do get a physical pain, and either we accept or we reject from that part. And sometimes this is a part of a physical part, but through the endocrine system we always respond mentally also. So even in the same state, same sitting, same standing position, you may have a different reaction. So uh, physically, of course, sympathetic, it's like what we call a sympathetic is like a whenever there is a stress, more of a stress, the sympathetic system comes into the action. Your cardiac output improves, your BP goes up, and the endocrine will make you the anxiety, sometimes something like that. So that's what the human body level and mind level.
Okay.
Detail I won't be able to explain.
No worries. So let me give another example, Chirag. Have you sprinted in your life or you gone on a marathon?
Sprint, yes. Marathon, no.
Okay, sprint. Do you feel happy sprinting or do you feel tired of sprinting?
Initially, it's painful. I think it later on
No.
gets.
You have a fun activity happening here, Chirag. In a sprint, the adrenaline rush takes over. So it is initially sympathetic nervous system, but very soon it will transfer itself to parasympathetic nervous system. There's a lot of relaxation. So what was a pain earlier, you are now having pleasure. So the pleasure hormone takes over. So the first pleasure hormone to take over is endorphin, which masks the pain. So instead of having pain, you will start having pleasure of running or sprinting. Then you will get serotonin, which makes you feel completely secure. Oxytocin, it makes you acceptable. And then the dopamine kicks in. So you are having an instant reward for running, even though it didn't make any sense. But that moment it made sense. So what happened to the physical pain? It was masked by the endorphins.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll not feel.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, because of, let's say, these hormones or chemicals in our brain, we feel different things. Isn't that?
Yes. So the question to be asked is not like that. The question should be asked is, if it is a physical pain, will there be a parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system in operation? And the answer is no. It will be pure physical. Pure physical means pure physical.
Okay.
If you start enjoying or suffering with it, that's what Buddha says, the second arrow is when you put something to it which creates an anxiety state for whatever has happened. Let's say I was walking and I lost in details. Yeah, no worries, no what I can do. So basically, you should see it in this way: that if I fall, is that physical or mental? It's physical. Now, why did I fall and what made it fall and do blah, 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 all that is mental.
Mm-hmm.
So let's cut the crap off right now. I think we are going totally somewhere else. So let's finish with Bobby. Yes, Bobby.
Vilashi, did you say that when a lady touching you, it is mental, and when somebody slaps you, it is physical? Because I want to clarify if I heard it correctly.
No, the slap on the face is it physical or mental?
No, but,
I'm asking.
What you said is, I believe it is physical.
That's all I said. It's physical. What you do with the slap is mental.
Yeah. So then you said about the lady touching the body is mental.
I don't know what really to say.
No, I'm just clarifying.
Anybody touching anyone, and then what is appropriate behavior and inappropriate behavior? Is it physical or mental?
No, I think when you are saying that, I think when you explained, that's why I'm clarifying whether I heard it correctly. Because when you are explaining, you are saying that when a lady touching, there is some kind of passion or something. But if that part is not there, it is purely physical, right? The
Absolutely.
Same way,
so let's say, for example, yes, go ahead.
Yes, in the same way, if somebody slaps you, and if it is just a touch or something, maybe higher minds can do that. I heard in Sariputta, when somebody hit you on his back also, he was not reacting or anything. So that way it is can be physical.
It's physical pain, like Moggallana says. You are in pain, but you didn't show it. That's pain. That is physical. That's pure physical.
Correct.
A touch by a woman.
Yeah.
Yes.
And another question is that if you're saying in the same logic, when you get like some kind of information about your office that you have been promoted or you have been terminated, I think in the beginning stage, it is only a sound, right? If it is somebody is talking to you, or if you get the image, it is only a sight.
No, Bobby, if that much of clarity is there, then you're done with it.
Okay, but at least
Then,
intellectually.
then it doesn't affect the mind at all, right? That is what equanimity, upekha is.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just giving illustration to Ariu or many people who is sitting around here who has confusion on which is physical and which is mental. But if somebody has clarity like what you're talking about, then this session is not for them.
Oh, okay. So yeah, and no, I was just clarifying. So there is a all the sense objects, the sense organs has a contact, and
No, Bobby, you can't generalize like that. Otherwise, there is nothing called as physical Vedana at all. It's all mental. Then Buddha is wrong in saying there is something called physical. Because you will feel it in the mind anyway. So then I can say that physical is also mental.
yeah, there is only a little bit borderline between that. But ask you, our
There's
mind
nothing
is
called no, Bobby. There's nothing called borderline.
केस है ऐसे में
See, there is no borderline thing or this one. Then we are totally wrong. Then we have not understood.
Let me try to, because I want to know whether I understood correctly. Now, all the, for example, as part of the, as the case of body is concerned, there is definitely when it touches, in the first stage you're feeling like physical, and then if you are how your mind is, that thing is mental. So there is a physical and mental part of it. But the other sense organs, there is no physical. As part of the
Why? Why, Bobby? Why you're talking like that? I don't understand. There are 49 diseases. Another eye disease is one. My wife is having glaucoma, and that is a physical condition. It's got nothing to do with mental condition. Some people wear ear plugs because they can't hear. It's not a mental condition. Oh, mentally I can't hear. Then you can physically see these people are putting some instrument inside, right?
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm feeling the same thing. When somebody has a sickness, some physical functions are not properly working. But when you are having a kind of sorrow or sadness or or worry,
that is mental. That is purely mental, but appears in the body. That is correct. But you can change its appearance through perception. You can change the perception, and that mental feeling can remove the physical discomfort. And that's the reason I was giving this example of sprinting or marathon, etc.
Yeah. Always this thing was there in the what Ariu was. This question was very helpful.
Yeah, it's a good one. I'm not rejecting, but please think it over. I'm not. See, you guys have become too spontaneous in just wanting to know how it is. You please experience and see if it is true. Like somebody is, we were in that Ladakh, and somebody is running at 17,982 feet. He's starting at 11,135 feet, which is Leh. He's running 39 kilometers in total to reach Khardungla top, which is at 17,982 feet. That running is physical, absolutely given. The body pain will be there, absolutely given. Like a pregnant woman having a baby in her stomach is a pain, absolutely given. Can she morph the pain? Or she will keep on crying, oh my God, I can't tolerate this pain, I can't tolerate this pain. And this guy running is crying and crying and crying, and then it is purely physical. But endorphins kicks in and it blocks that receptor of the pain. So this guy is smiling and running while myself, Ravindra, Amar and Ashwin are going in the car and watching these guys running. Tell me, mental.
I think the mental thing is wrong.
It is mixed up, then I don't have an answer.
No, I didn't say mixed up. I said it is physical.
But he's enjoying. The pain what he's getting is physical.
Yeah.
Pain will
Enjoying
still be
it.
physical. The pain will still be physical.
Yeah.
It's not a mental pain. He's not suffering from that pain. In fact, he's having pleasure with that pain.
That is because of that chemical, right? Whatever.
That is going to get released. Otherwise, nobody would have become pregnant, Bobby. Nobody in this world would have become pregnant if that endorphin wouldn't have been there. No one would have become pregnant, and nobody would have got even married because they would shriek with that pain. What's going to get? Unfortunately or fortunately, we are not women. You should ask a woman what's a pregnancy pain.
Because, yeah, no, thank you very much. Because I think we have discussed this point. I think I personally asked you also, and we
Yes.
have discussed this point again. And now again, when this discussion comes, I'm getting more clarity into that. That's the reason I'm
Appreciated, but we need to
I don't know what
understand.
you're talking about. Whatever questions I'm asking based on whatever you.
No, perfect. I'm not getting upset. I'm just saying, we have to think it over. I'm just trying to help Aryu also. He's spontaneously throwing questions will only make us stay here. If it doesn't move even an inch beyond what we are talking, because you can't get it unless you slightly give in and say that, let me try it and see. This is physical, this is mental. When there is physical, there need not be mental. And that's the reason Buddha says, have only one pain called as
But arrow thing he told, right? That arrow thing.
Yes, that's the reason he says that cannot be escaped. You can't escape physical pain.
Yeah.
You
You can
can't.
do something with the mental one.
You can change your mental state to the physical pain. So the mentally you will not be suffering.
Thank you, Vilash.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you are the second in the line, and then Abhi, and think by the time we'll close this call.
Okay, I'll try not to be spontaneous.
You're on mute.
Sorry. I'll try not to be spontaneous. I've been thinking this for at least 10 minutes, so it's not a random one. And it's a very simple question. I'm not trying to argue anything.
That's okay.
First, yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't have confusion on the gross cases, like getting a promotion or getting a belly hurt. Those I'm very clear, right? But the confusion is in the more subtle one, like in this cloth touching my body. So out of this five, this sukha, dukkha, domanassa, somanassa, and upekkha, there's no pain here, right? So it's not dukkha. And
It seems neutral. And this cloth thing, is it physically hurting you? No. Is it giving physical pleasure to you?
no.
No, right? The only way you can find out there's a cloth here by bringing the mind sense door to sense it.
Oh, I see. So there's nothing physical about this feeling of cloth.
If you were getting that, by now, every few minutes it would have turned itself into a physical pleasure or a physical pain. See, why do we have trial rooms? Just take, since you're asking this question, why do we have trial rooms? So that we can wear it and see whether we are comfortable. We means the body is comfortable. And when the body is comfortable, it means that you can forget all about it, right? That is adukka sukha vedana, which is there, but is so subtle in physical that it can never be found. So Buddha says, go on to the mental to find the physical.
Ah, okay, so there is, but it's too subtle.
So Buddha is a smart guy. Otherwise, he would have put 6. Why make it 5? 3 becomes 5 and 5 becomes 3. Why he should do that? Maybe he got confused or whatever. No, he's perfect.
Okay, thank you. I guess I'm just not quite able to accept there's nothing physical about this touch of the cloth. That's why I'm returning to the question.
Otherwise, it becomes 6. To feel, you need to do something. Even while you're bathing, okay, it's upekha or adukha sukha vedana, right? You're standing on the shower. If it has become too hot, that is dukkha. Or you start to feel relieved of the pain, it is sukha. But what about adukha sukha? Hey, can you tell me what is there in that bathing? Yes, Abhi.
I don't want to add to the whole thing because I think also going a bit far. But my reflection is, I could be wrong, but I just want to kind of cross-check with you that what we are trying to understand in essence is when the phenomena happens. So if it's touch or if it's something I heard, what is the first part? Where is the first from nama or rupa? Where is the second reaction happening? So if I heard something,
Stop. So the definition given by the Buddha is like this. Chakuncha paticca rupecha upajjati chakku vinyanam. Sotancha paticca saddecha upajjati saddha vinyanam. Sota vinyanam. Kayancha paticca body, kayancha paticca putta becha upajjati kaya vinyanam. So we have taken all the 3. Chakku means eye, the object to be seen, and the conscious experience what you are getting. If you're taking ear, the sound which is coming and the consciousness which comes. And the same way, the touch and the body and the consciousness which comes. Right? These are 3 things which needs to be there. And tinna sangati passo. These 3 things becomes a contact point. Either one of them missing, there's no experience. Then passa paccaya vedana, then there is a feeling. This is when the mental structure is. It's nothing to do with physical. Physically, any sound coming, if you are deaf, you can't hear. Right? Physically, a person is blind, cannot see. Physically, somebody has got a paralysis attack, cannot feel the touch. Right? But can he do it mentally? Yes, he can. Can he be conditioned to hear mentally? Yes. Can he be conditioned to see without having an eyesight? Yes. Have you seen blind men walking? They cross the roads. They are blind. They're completely blind, but they cross the road. They're completely deaf, but they know the things. Have you ever heard anything like that? You can see people on the road. Because mind can be tuned to that. Even though there is a physical absence of that very organ, it's a physical organ. Because the consciousness can be tuned.
so is that how some people? I know in India there are many places where they teach young kids to read with their eyes closed. It's now becoming more popular than before. Like they will put covers.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. There are many people in India, or I don't know about other countries, there might be there, who have no ear physically, but you can test them, they hear. It's strange, but it's true. Because it's mental. This is called as phantom hand, phantom leg. Why? He is able to sense. They have amputated. There's no way he has a leg, but he feels he has a leg.
Is that the energy body or no?
Now, let's not go somewhere else and screw the whole point up. First, let's understand, is there something like that? Can the mind sense, irrespective of the organ is there or not there? And the mind can sense. Right? Yes, Madhukarji.
Yes, I just in our medicine in a surgery, we do have usually we ask a short notes in university exam that is known as a phantom limb. Phantom limb means suppose for a diabetes etc. we cut the limb, but then even after cutting the limb, the patient feels that he has got a limb. Not only he has got a limb, but he has got a pain in that limb, which is purely mental. So that's known as a phantom limb. So such a thing exists, and of course we don't have treatment rather than painkiller, assurance, and psychotherapy, etc.
Correct. Correct. So, Abhi, hope you got an answer to that. That is how that's called a mind. Is a forerunner of everything.
Yes, I also wanted to encourage all of us to be, because I feel personally the time we have here is very precious. The answers we can possibly potentially get from you, I think I'm not able to get it in many places. So it would be nice for us to be considerate of focusing on questions which are in that category as opposed to questions which we can spend 3 minutes and get from ChatGPT and have clarification. I feel like that will make the conversation more rich. And also what we mentioned earlier, to have more awareness. So if I'm able to develop more awareness in my body, a lot of things become more easy to understand, as opposed to if I just have an intellectual knowledge, in 15 minutes, that is washed away and that information was a waste of time. So,
yes, that's what I feel. This whole 1 hour we have spent, we could have done many things. And the amount of information you have collected will not even stay 10 minutes. Because you'll be so distracted after this call that we are into so many things, and then maybe we'll again come back to the same questions in a different way, saying that, why this happens? And I encourage everyone sitting on here to reflect back. Don't take what I'm saying. Reflect back. See, contemplate, and see whether this is physical, this is mental, how physical will work, how mental will work, what makes physical work, what makes mental work, right? And then it gives you a aha moments. Otherwise, it becomes totally intellectual. Videos would be there. Some people will see, some people will not see, but you wouldn't get anything out of it. That's what I feel. Yes, Madhukar.
So actually, what are the discussions we're going through, and of course I had done the Vipassana, Goenka, etc. So after listening to your lectures and etc., I feel myself as an empty glass. Whatever you are telling me is totally acceptable, but I think all these things is a faculty of awareness. Whatever you take, that has to become on the level of awareness or experiencing. So my question was that how I should myself, I just sharpen myself to become more sensitive to the awareness of all because most of these points are like very subtle, very fine. It requires a lots of concentration to aware of that, because most of the time I feel the things happens, phenomena happens, event goes, and then one realize, okay, the anger had came and anger had gone and it had showed its effect. So my question is how to make myself sharp enough for this awareness or...
We're coming on Saturday anyway. Today we are on Wednesday. You're here on Saturday. So don't worry.
Okay, sir.
We will be there, flesh and blood. So you can talk about it.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
All right, Ariu, I think we are in time, or do you have still time? Some more time, or shall we end?
A little bit is okay, but preferably soon.
Okay, whatever. So the message I want to pass for all of you is understand feelings. Whatever you feel, I am so and so. Let's say I am Ariu. I am father. I am brother. I am this. I am son. I am that. I am that. I am that. All that are feelings. Each feeling is a mental construct, and this mental construct gives you an experience, and that is a fake experience. It's not real experience. Whereas when it comes to physical, it's a real experience. Real means as real as it would get, because it's experience physically. You might not experience it mentally. You might ignore to mentally take it. Meaning, you can make up your mind not to take it as a mental feeling. Example, hunger is a physical discomfort as opposed to a mental discomfort. So you just eat whatever it is, and then the physical discomfort is gone. It's got nothing to do with what you believe it to be, what you don't believe it to be, whether it was spicy, it was sweet, it was this, it was that, or doesn't matter. It's just removing the physical discomfort. Where mentally you can be preoccupied completely on that food or on this or that. So first, go through this, grind yourself, strengthen yourself to see, this is physical, this is mental, this is physical, this is mental. And then you will get a clarity. Otherwise, what is going to happen is you will just imagine something and you mix it up. Physical is also mental, mental, physical. And due to that reason, only Goenka has that nice observation of the body, scanning of the body, because not many people can really distinguish between physical and mental. So it's a good thing to begin with. But by now, you should know this is purely physical, this is purely mental. And whatever is mental will not appear in physical, and whatever appears in physical will never appear mental unless you bring it, unless you create it. And that's a sankhara. Like the marathon guy running, he is bringing the joy in his mind, as opposed to the physically, he is not able to breathe. And let's say he falls down and he dies or she dies, like people wanting to climb Everest. It's a physical discomfort, but mentally they are making it up. I will do it. But they are carrying the oxygen cylinder, blah, blah, all that on their back. The backpack is more than 20 kgs, but then they say that I'm enduring it. It's physical. But in enjoyment is mental. Just think. What if he acknowledges physical? Will he ever do that Everest thing again? No. Adrenaline rush is making him feel that. That's it. It's the endorphins which are getting released, so he doesn't feel the pain. And the reward chemical, dopamine. So he converted the physical to mental by creating something. And that's a creation. And anything that is created gets destroyed. Because that's a dhamma, what has been created. Right? Like Auroville can be destroyed. Because it's created. It can be destroyed. San Francisco can be destroyed. Golden Gate Bridge can be destroyed. Because all are created in the mind. So you have an attachment to the mind, not to the physical. What is there in physical? There's nothing. There is only mud and gravel and stones and whatnot. It's a mental attachment than physical. Okay, good day then. Have a nice day and a good night. You take care of your son.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.